Now, I would like to continue with the second part of the lesson, or rather the third part, the introduction being the first, and this is therefore the third. Here, I stopped with the description of what the astrologer said. Now, I'd like to make a small alteration. There is a possibility that you might logically look at it. The prince was born in the hour of the bull, meaning, since the prince was born in the hour of the bull, the prince had the qualities of the bull, which is a prey animal. So it has got the mindset of and the behavior and the other qualities of a prey animal. It's designed by God to be just an animal of prey. So you could think of it in that way, and therefore, since it is an animal of prey, tigers in general will want to attack it, will want to use it as food, a very delicious food, and therefore, tiger is its enemy. Even then, I'm not very convinced that tiger is an enemy. Tiger is a choice. The bull is a choice food of the tiger. So the tiger really loves the bull because it is its special food. So if you think of it in that way, even then, it is not really the enemy, but then there seems to be some amount of logic in the astrologer's prediction. Now let's go on to the next part. If you turn to page 10, where we would want to continue, you may think that the Crown Prince Junjun Bahadur was thrown into a quake when he heard the words tiger. Now, the meaning of the word quake, to be thrown into a quake, is to get so frightened that he started trembling. Now, it's a 10-day-old baby, and when it is told that that there is a logical flaw there also. Would a 10-day-old baby who does not know a language know a language all of a sudden by magic? But this is all magical world. Okay, so in this world, the 10-day-old child should also know fear, but then it looks like it does not know fear. On the contrary, it knows aggression. It starts behaving more or less like a very angry animal. The word tiger was thrown into a quake when he heard the word tiger. That was exactly what did not happen, he says. It did not happen that way. As soon as he heard it pronounced, the crown prince gave a deep growl. Terrifying words emerged from his mouth, from his lips. Let tigers beware. So he's threatening the tigers. This account is only a rumor rife in Pratibandhapuram. Now, there is a statement which very clearly indicates that this is just a rumor and not a fact. But with hindsight, we might say that is, after having seen what finally happened to him, we can come to the conclusion that there is some truth behind this rumor. Okay, because finally, what happened to him was he actually goes about and spends his whole life hunting tigers, and he, as a result of something connected with a tiger, also dies. So you can say that there is some truth in this story of his growling as a tiger and telling all tigers to get really scared of him. And comes here, and now we come to the second section of this lesson. The Crown Prince Junjun Bahadur grew taller and stronger day by day. No other miracle, no other surprising thing like this earlier 10-day-old baby shouting in anger and asking intelligent questions. They were not really intelligent. There's mockery in there also. Those things ceased. No other miracle marked his childhood days apart from the event already described. The boy drank the milk of an English cow, was brought up by an English nanny. Look at that. The boy drank the milk of an English cow. Somebody has been brainwashing him, telling that it's not good to take Indian cow's milk and it is good to take English cow's milk, and therefore you must, if you want to live luxuriously, that is what you have to go by. So he was brought up like a king, and the king preferred in those days in the princely states. The people who ruled, the princes who ruled, the kings who ruled those states were generally, falling for foreign goods. They thought that English, everything is fine, nothing like English. And also probably the person who was teaching this child was brought up in the court of wards. Now, this is the term that I was hunting for during the introduction. The court of wards. The court of wards is a kind of legal establishment established by the British Empire in order to look after kids who did not have kids of the kings who died very young. So since the children were even too young to rule, they were handed over to be taken care of by the court of wards, and the court of wards appointed somebody else to run the country instead of him. And when he became old enough, or that is when he reached the age of 20, he would be given his kingdom and he could start ruling from that point onwards. Now, there, under the tutelage of the nanny, see, there is a mention of a nanny, an English nanny, meaning she was British. The boy drank the milk of an English cow, was brought up by an English nanny, tutored in English, taught in English by an Englishman, saw nothing but English films. And if you look at the comment there that follows that, there's a long double M rule, exactly as the crown princes of all the other Indian states did. So it was the state of all the other Indian princes, the princes of all the Indian princely states. What was the same thing? What was the thing that was happening to all of them? It was all of the above. They all thought highly of the British. So they did not have any pride in their own kingdom, their own language. They only took to English and they didn't want anything else. Everything English was good, everything their own, belonging to their own country was not. And there are reports also that some of these princes were most of the time in England, and the country was ruled in absentia by somebody else. Even after they became the ruler of their princely states, they didn't really rule. They just left the British Empire to rule their state, and it was ruled. The kingdom was ruled in absentia by them, by those agents. When he came of age, there is a coming of age when you can do the ruling of your state by yourself. You are of age. The state, the princely state, which had been with the court of wards until then, came into his hands and he started ruling his own state. But everyone in the kingdom remembered the astrologer's prediction. Looks like there's some kind of peer pressure from his subjects. Not really peers, but pressure from his subjects. And they were all starting to remind him, what happened? The astrologer has predicted that you will be killed, and recited probably the rumors grew stronger and it reached his ears. Many continued to discuss the matter. Slowly it came to the Maharaja's ears. So once he started ruling, once they started seeing him as their new ruler, these rumors grew stronger and stronger, and finally they started to be heard from every